We don't need to be perfect. Anyways, yeah, what wants to come through? Transformation, the butterfly. Healing thoughts, prayers, wishes of encouragement for those moving through these energies. Butterfly. Getting like a butterfly spirit, dragonfly. Butterfly, dragonfly. The butterfly. What do we need to know about the butterfly? Moving in silence. Ah. You see, the butterfly moves in silence. You can't hear it. We are not really, our ears aren't sensitive enough to really pick up on the movements of a butterfly, the flap of a butterfly's wings. Something about that. They move in silence. And I think that has a lot to do with, I think, how a lot of the collective is moving right now. I think a lot of us have been sort of moving in silence in a way where, I don't know, it might seem like it's almost as if there's this like double life happening, but not really a double life where like you have another family and different friends in a different part of the world or something like that, where you're like hiding it. I'm getting more that it is the life of that you're living in your inner world that is in some way differing from the life you experience outside of yourself in the outer world. So there's like some sort of the word discrepancy is coming in, but I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. And I don't know, I feel like discrepancy might kind of lean towards like maybe like a negative projection onto that, like having these vast inner worlds that we kind of disappear into versus actually living and experiencing the worlds that exist around us. However, I think there is I think there is some room to explore that and to ask ourselves, what is it that we experience in our inner world that maybe the outer world doesn't quite match up, and it's kind of creating this feeling of like wanting to escape into our inner world because it's safe there, because it's processing. A lot is processing right now. Yeah, there's been this like escapism into the inner world, and I don't blame you, collective, because it's a lot of shit going on, okay? We just came out of the craziest spiritual storm, and we're just kind of tired. And you know, sometimes, you know, like in a really good workout, they're like 10 more reps, and you're like, I think I only have about 3 good ones in me. And so you do 3 good ones that you promise yourself, and take a little break. Take a break for a rep or 2. And I feel like those breaks are the journey inward. It's like the breaks are the points where we escape for a little bit of reprieve and rest and connection with, you know, with our guides and the divine, and just giving gratitude and thanks, and also remembering where we are and what we're here to do. Because it can be easy to get comfortable. It can be easy to get comfortable in the rest, or in the comfort zone that is our inner world. But when we decide to come out of that, you know, accept it with grace for what it is, but also recognize there's so much beauty to also be experienced. I feel like maybe some of us have been a bit traumatized, okay, which is understandable. It's a bit traumatizing to live a lot of your existence with this mindset that most of the world is not on your wavelength. And it's hard to engage in a world that is not on your wavelength. Trust me, I understand. It's very hard to engage because it feels like you're speaking a language that no one else speaks. You have adapted this culture that no one else is really aware of or in tune with, truly. And it kind of feels daunting to even have to explain what the things you are experiencing are. Like, say you are walking around with a friend and you see 1111, and then you see 111, and then you see 11, and then you see... And it's like, whoa, like all these cool things are happening. Look at all this magic around me. But your friend is like, it's just a coincidence, or, you know, like they get it, but they don't get it. They just don't get it. They don't understand the beauty that is that experience. And so you kind of are left with just having to experience it yourself and keep those like magical moments to yourself and give thanks for them and keep it moving, you know? But then it's like, okay, that's cool, but I really would like someone to experience this with, because this is magic and it is beautiful and divine, and I want to enjoy that experience. And I actually find that I enjoy that experience more when I am just with myself and with the divine. And that is the comfort zone, I suppose, because it's this stemming from this place of like, the world just doesn't understand me yet. I don't really know what this message is. I'm just kind of talking. I'm talking, I guess this is kind of like my own experiences. But I also know that I'm not the only one having these experiences, which is why I just feel called to talk about it and share. And just let you know that I see you and you're not alone. It sucks sometimes, and it can be frustrating knowing that maybe you're just not around the right people at the moment. But remember that it's only temporary. It is only divine law that you will be amongst your people, okay? But for the time being, and whatever was meant and what is necessary as far as divine timing goes, you are exactly where you're meant to be. Maybe your light is needed where you are, and you are called to be where you are right now, given it might be around people who don't fully understand you, and that's okay. But you're there for a reason, and you're there, one, because your soul holds certain codes that need to be there, but also you're there as this pillar of light because you are strong enough to be there alone. You don't need an army, you don't need a posse around you to validate you, to make you feel anything, because you and your connection with the divine is greater than anything else, right? And you understand that, which is exactly the reason that you are put in these situations. And I say put in, but like, you also signed up for it too. Like, your soul knew what was in store by you coming here, okay? This is not like a foreign thing. Like, you knew it was not going to be easy all the time. But that's a challenge that you accepted. And yeah, super grateful for you. Yeah, anyways, what I was saying about the place, like, your soul was, you were called to this place because you were not only willing to hold the light, even whilst not being near or in proximity to your soul family, but you also knew that you were capable. Did I say that already? I'm kind of going in and out. That you're capable of holding the light by yourself. Not by yourself. We're never really by ourselves, right? But I'm saying in terms of like just seeing the vision and knowing that you are not alone in this. Like, I think you get it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you get it. So, with that in mind, know that you are an incredibly strong person. I'm sure you are aware of this already. But I just want to like reiterate that I see you, I see your strength, and I totally affirm, like, it is not easy. It is not easy to hold this light all the time. I get it. But you're doing great, okay? You're doing great. Just take some breaths. I should have definitely done the body of the butterfly first. I'm like, whatever. Okay. Anything else that wants to come through? Beacon, be the beacon. Yeah. And you guys can do it. You guys can totally do it. You were literally born for this, my dear. Hallelujah. 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 Okay, I'm getting just how beautiful you guys are. Yeah, birds chirping. You guys are in a beautiful energy right now. Like, it's quite stunning and gorgeous. Wow, congrats, guys. We made it. I feel like, obviously everybody in this collective has gone through different things, but overall it's sort of been the same. Like, same war, different battles, you know? Like, we've all kind of taken on different things to tackle. And like, but also like moving through it simultaneously. And yeah, it's just been really miraculous and wonderful to see all of you beautiful humans doing your thing, you know? Okay, camera cut out, but I'm working on the butterfly. Working on the butterfly. I think I want to make him like green, brown, black. Guys, I don't draw butterflies not very often, so I don't really know what they look like. Fun fact, I used to be terrified of butterflies because they were just flying insects, and flying insects just didn't resonate with me for a very long time. Okay, I think I want to draw a dragonfly on this side. How do you even draw a dragonfly? I don't know if I should continue with another message or if I should just close this one out. I think I'll continue and just see if anything else comes through or wants to come through. The butterfly, change in the wind. Sun, the sun, energy of the sun, change in the wind, blue butterfly. Blue butterfly. Okay. Stories, a lot of stories. Why so many stories? Okay, I feel like this is coming back to our original message, which was about feeling like we needed to escape into our inner world as a means of protection, as a means of comfort. Protection and comfort, and also just a place to have fun. Okay, so for a long time the inner world was there to kind of help us heal. It was a safe space, it was a cocoon. Imagine like if you just went through a breakup and you just want to like rent a cabin off the grid and just heal and grieve and just have that time and space to yourself, right? Theoretically, your internal mind, your inner world, that has been your cabin. That's been the safe space that you go to grieve, to heal, to transcend, transform, transmute all the energies. It's where you sort of unpack all the boxes, you know. It's just a safe space to do that. You've been accustomed to doing that. And I think now we are being asked to maintain your safe space. You know, no one's asking you to give that up. But know that it is also okay to be yourself and to be seen in your full truth. And this is, I'm getting Chiron now, which has a lot to do with what some may call the witch wound, which is healing the fear of being different or being perceived as other, different, can't be put in a box. The way you practice your gratitude with the divine, the way you practice your communion with the divine, may be misunderstood by a lot of people. And I think there's been fear around that, especially if you get into the times of like the Salem witch trials, and people chose fear over love. That runs deep, and a lot of us incarnated here at this time may have also existed at that time of like the Salem witch trials, and just overall being misunderstood has been a common experience. And a lot of us actually came here to heal that fear. Because if we're trying to heal that in the collective, in the world, on the planet, that's like right now is such a prominent disease, this like fear of being different or being seen or perceived as different or other, or, and worse, being misunderstood and judged and ridiculed for it, sometimes for it. People need to understand that it's okay to be different. And in fact, that's how it's supposed to be. Because if we were all the same, nothing would happen. It would just stay stagnant. There would be no growth, because everyone would be the same. Yeah, so I don't know why that needed to come through, but yes, the witch wound is being healed, and you're doing that with grace. Give yourself grace. Yeah? Can we just be kind to ourselves and do our best, and know that it is safe to come out whenever you're ready. It's safe. okay? It's safe to come out and share your truth. It is safe. Now, it is safe. There's no reason to fear. Do dragonflies have the little thingies? The antenna? I'm gonna give it some because it looks kind of weird without. So, I don't know if I did that right. Anyways, I feel like the body needs to be longer. You know? Okay, I think I made it too long. Okay, yeah. Here's where we're at. Hi, yeah, dragonfly and the butterfly. Healing, transforming. I know the dragonfly doesn't turn into the butterfly, but they're both significant. I feel like at this, you know what? Looking at this, it kind of looks like, I don't know if this is accurate, but it looks like masculine energy and then like feminine energy. And it's like, they kind of resemble each other, but they're different. They're different. The butterfly doesn't look like the dragonfly. They have different purposes, they hold different energy, they do different work. And I guess that's the message, is you are different. Embrace your difference. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, embrace it. Okay, please. Be different. Be proud of your difference. Thing that makes you different, that makes you stand out, that makes you unique. Embrace it. It's so beautiful. That's what you're here to do. That's what you're here to show. That's your purpose. Shine in your brilliance, in your beauty, in your unique beauty. Shine in it. Stand in it beautifully, strongly, with strength. Okay? Okay. So I think that was the message for today. This was kind of random. But yeah, I hope this helped you in some way. Yeah, you're doing great. Keep going, be different, embrace this new version of you, and embrace all of who you are. And bring that uniqueness to every room you step into, because you're the reason why it's there. Does that make sense? If you are in a room, you're meant to be there because of the energy that you bring to that room. So let the energy be there. Let it be free. Let it roam around and mingle and mix with all the other energies there, because it's meant to do something. It's meant to shine there. So yeah, don't be afraid to shine. You're doing great. You're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're amazing, and again, shine in your unique beauty. Okay, until next time, love you, bye.